In 2011, Dante Reyes, the son of drug lord Hernan Reyes, endeavors to stop Dominic Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor from taking the vault containing the fortune of his dad. Nonetheless, Dom utilizes the vault to smash Dante's turreted SUV into the sea, yet Dante gets by and swears vengeance against Dom. Subsequent to halting the transfer of Undertaking Aries, Dom continues to raise his son Brian Littleby Marcos with his significant other Letty Ortiz. Afterward, they are visited by Roman Pierce, Tej Parker, Ramsey, Han Lu and Dom's grandma Abuelita Toretto for a family gathering. After the gathering, the group are doled out for another mission in Rome, where Dom and Letty choose to remain behind. That evening, cyber-terrorist Cypher shows up at Dom's home in the wake of being double-crossed by her group that combined efforts with Dante, as the last option extorted them with dangers to kill their families. Figure cautions him that Dante is after his family and they are in harm's way. The following day, Little Nobody shows up to arrest Cypher and affirms to Dom and Letty that Cypher came clean with them. However, he likewise lets them know that he never relegated a mission to the group. Understanding that they were sent to Dante's trap and incapable to speak with them, Dom and Letty travel to Rome to rescue the team. In Rome, the team is detained in a truck constrained by Dante, containing a delayed bomb set to detonate. Dom and Letty show up to help the group by figuring out how to stop the truck, yet the bomb is delivered through the roads causing commotion across the way where Little Nobody is nearly killed by a bomb that Dante embedded in his vehicle. Having no chance to deactivate the bomb, Dom takes it to the stream to keep it from arriving at the Vatican. However, Dom figures out how to make it happen. The bomb detonates and an incredible area of the city is obliterated. Dom and his group are faulted for the obliteration and become global outlaws, with Letty being captured while the remainder of the group figures out how to get away. Ames, the new head of Mr. Nobody's organization, accepts that Dom's group is liable for the assault and starts a manhunt to catch them. In Los Angeles, a special force team shows up to take Little B, who was under the care of Dom's sister Mia. Before long they are joined by Dom's sibling Jacob, having been reached by Dom, and overpowers the crew. Jacob heads out in different directions from Mia, taking Little B to safeguard him. Mr. Nobody's daughter Tess, who is convinced of Dom's innocence, involves God's Eye to track down him in a bar. Tess uncovers Dante's personality and cautions him that Ames is pursuing them. Dom goes to Rio de Janeiro to stand up to Dante, while Tess goes to the jail where Letty is being held to intentionally twisted her and sent her to have her injury treated, under Dom's solicitation. At Rio de Janeiro, Dom faces Dante, where he provokes him to a race. They are joined by other two road racers, Diogo, a companion of Dom's, and Isabel Neves, the sister of Little B's mom Elena Neves, whom Cypher killed. During the race, Dante lets Dom know that he embedded two bombs in the two vehicles of different racers and that he should pick who will save. Diogo is killed by the blast, however Dom saves Isabel's life before the bomb detonates, halting to help Isabel while Dante comes out on top in the race. The next day, Dom shows up at one of Dante's detainment facilities and understands that his family has been being looked for quite a long time. Dom gets a call from Dante promising to kill his family, while Ames shows up with his crew and captures Dom. In London, the remainder of Dom's group find that their ledgers were hacked, leaving them poverty-stricken, aside from the dollars that Roman was stowing away. While looking for provisions, they before long discover that whoever hands them over to the specialists would get a monetary compensation in the large numbers. With no choice, Han forces the group to compel to meet Deckard Shaw and ask him for help. Shaw is extremely hesitant at first to acknowledge, after a very long fight with Han and Shaw. Shaw agrees to help them in the wake of discovering that his mom is an outlaw for aiding Dom. While Dom is being arrested, Ames and his group are before long gone after by Dante's hired soldiers. Ames unite with Dom to battle them, while Dom before long begins to battle Dante. Anyway, this was uncovered to be a snare as Dante has captured Isabel. Tess shows up to help Dom, however is injured by a rifleman recruited by Dante and takes God's Eye, which he uses to pursue Brian in Portugal. Dom figures out how to save Isabel as Dante gets away from in a helicopter. Isabel takes Tess to the medical clinic while Ames, perceiving Dom's guiltlessness, consents to help him. The remainder of Dom's group likewise understands that Dante has God's Eye and goes to Portugal to stop him. Showing up at Portugal, Jacob and Little B are pursued by a gathering of soldiers of fortune, where the two at first figure out how to overwhelm them. Notwithstanding, Dante figures out how to hijack Little B. Dom shows up at Portugal to safeguard Brian, where he is gone up against by the leftover soldiers of fortune. Understanding that his sibling is going to be killed and having his inventory tank split the difference, Jacob penances himself to kill the excess hired fighters and give sufficient time for Dom to safeguard Little B subsequent to obliterating 2 helicopters. Dom can protect Little B just to be gone up against by 2 trailers that they plan to crash trying to kill Dom. The plane with Dom's leftover team likewise shows up, yet is subsequently obliterated by Ames, who is uncovered to have been working for Dante constantly, obviously killing them. With no decision, Dom and Little B scarcely escape by leaping off the dam. Dante uncovers that he embedded bombs on the dam determined to annihilate them, guessing that Dom would circumvent, having concentrated on each step that Dom would take. Letty is taken to a mysterious emergency clinic jail to have her injuries treated, where she before long tracks down Cypher. However, the two at first connect with into battle. They begin to cooperate and discover that they are in Antarctica. The two get away and soon they are safeguarded by Giselle Yashar, having endured tumbling off the plane after her penance to save Han. In a mid-credit scene, during a mission with a few employable specialists, Luke Hobbs gets a call from Dante, who uncovers that given Dom just crashed his dad's vehicle, and Hobbs was the person who shot Hernan dead, Hobbs will be Dante's next focus after Dom. Part 2 is in the works. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to more videos and comments below what other movie you would like to see. Thank you.